Filming this week's Strava KOM, which is Chris Shelton's car daily from down here at the Grants Mill Bridge. I'm heading down to it. It's just right up there because I wanted to get the descent down to the boat ramp. And I'll just be very clear, that's not included with the climb. That's not on this week's climb. I have a version of the climb that includes it, but this is not on this week's. But you got to see it, 30% to 40% sidewalks down to a canoe ramp. Looks like there's a few people here. Have to be extra careful then. Fishing over there. So that's the Grants Mill Bridge up there. This is the Cahaba River. It's kind of low right now. There's some rapids just up the river there when it's flowing. This is the crazy steep boat ramp, which I'm not going to try and ride up today. Wow. It's hard to get traction with the cleats. And then I'm gonna ride this, but with all the gravel, I think I need to go farther down the trail and turn around. And I see why it's so crazy. They laid down some new gravel. I'm not sure for who. Wow. Okay. So I didn't look ahead of time. Pretty sure the Strava segment matches on the far side of the bridge. My plan is to come down here, probably a good solid quarter mile. I'm not going to do it today, but a good solid quarter mile, turn around, come back to hit it at speed. It's a really busy road. All right. So if you do that, be careful because the cars are coming really fast through here. So here it is. So this is the start, just over here on the other side of the bridge. Again, I didn't check ahead of time, my bad. I don't know exactly where it matches up. A big bump. Nice. Diesel. Yeah, no emissions here in Alabama. Anyway, so this is on the segment right there on the far side of the bridge, what I just crossed. That should be the start. Church of the Highlands is off to the left here. This is very flat, if not even still a little bit downhill through here. I've got the current KOM on this and I set it as the 1 KOM that I went for during the Rafa Rising competition during my big mega ride. This was the KOM I got. It's the only one I tried for too though. Just trying to pace myself. I felt bad if I didn't go for at least 1 KOM. But that is all I ended up doing, was just this one. Even going easy, I've had to shift into my big chainring here for that little downhill. So this will definitely all be big chainring. But here you're faced with a dilemma. Do you drop it down? This is gonna get up to over 10% through here. Do you drop it down and then go back up because there's another downhill coming? Or do you just power through that? I have no answers. I think I'm gonna keep it in the big chain ring and shift way up. So trying to keep that power, you know, within reason. So, you know, maybe it'll spike up to 500 watts or maybe not. Maybe even if I could just keep it closer to 400 through here. Because then you get a little bit of a break here, then it kicks back up again. Oh yeah, I really need to get a GoPro. This is so crazy dangerous. Trying to film with one hand. I almost fell just then, just so I could, just switching hands to shift gears. And this is a busy ride. Sunday morning, if you can get it between the church services, or I mean during one of the church services, your goal, that would be our best, least traffic time. But that's a risk, because if you get the timing wrong and you're out here during when church lets out, you can imagine this place is a zoo. So that's the first step in the climb. Now we're gonna have a downhill to the interstate. There's a nasty hole here. If you're going fast enough, it doesn't matter, but it's huge. Oh, in fact, I'm heading right for it. I got it confused. Yeah, so if you're carrying enough speed, then you sort of just go right over that, but stay to the right there. Stay to the right. So come into the, just remember that 459 bridge, stay right, like on the white line, and you should be fine. Alright. So somewhere in here I'm definitely dumping into the little chain ring. There's no point. There's no point in trying to stay in the big chain ring. I mean, it does flatten out a little bit up there. I don't know. I was definitely a little chain ring when I set the KOM. But I was also 160 miles, I think. I think it was about 100. No, maybe not quite that far, but really far into the ride. There's an interesting melting pot of people here. This is gonna sound bad, but this is a mix of rednecks, ghetto, and rich people. Maybe some middle class. All within a couple miles of this spot. So you got an interesting mix of cars through here, on top of a heavy traffic to begin with. Which is why I hardly ever do this climb. Maybe 15 times total. Maybe not. It's a shame too, because this little section here is real pretty. But it's about to kick up. It's super steep. You lose the shoulder, so you got a little bit of a shoulder right now. Tiny, but you lose that, and you get really impatient cars. It's probably the rich people who are the worst. Tied closely by the rednecks, and then the poorer people, probably the nicest, unless they fit the second category. So yeah, so it's really steep. I think we're up 10 right now, about 10%. And I'm in the wrong gear. I'll just shift again. So it may not come out in the video, but I'm riding right now on about a little 6-inch strip between the light line and the road, and then it drops. The road drops off, there's cracks. Definitely want to stay to the right when you're going for the KOM, but just make the cars wait. I'm not gonna be riding the shoulder. I'll be a foot or two from the line. Shouldn't get passed by quite as many cars when you're going for the KOM, obviously, because you'd be going a lot faster. So there's a big hole right here, and people yell at you for riding in the road. Whatever. The big longitudinal crack right here. I'm telling you, you ride this shoulder here, trying to go for that KOM, you very well might go down. And then watching the longitudinal crack here, I would get into the lane here. Actually, I probably won't. I don't know, we'll see. So here you make a right turn. You have the right of way. That white line is just to remind you not to block the intersection, but you do have the right of way. Making that right. And this is the steepest part of the climb. Here at the very end, probably kicks up to 13%. It's reading 6 right now because of that flat section just back there. Hasn't ticked over yet. 9 right now, 9%. Should tick again. Boy, 10. I'd be surprised if it's only 10. I think it's a little bit more than that. So it says 10. Huh. Yeah, it's dropped down just a little bit now. That was right there, back there was steepest. I have a feeling it's a little bit more than 10, maybe 12. That doesn't mean it's flat here. This is still 9%, 9%. And again, I apologize I didn't look ahead of time. All I can tell you is what I'm doing, and that is when you get up here, I am making the left. I don't know where Chris ended his segment, but the true high point is off to the left here. It'll match up no matter what, but I definitely gonna go left, and you may need to go left. I don't know. You just have to look at the map, figure that out. But what I'm talking about is right where that for sale sign is, right where the mail truck is. Turn left there. Watch out for oncoming traffic. Well, and traffic behind you. Take the lane. Make sure it's clear. Take the lane. And keep your eye still. Listen behind you. See if anybody's coming. And then go. Yeah. So I think the segment ends where that mailbox is, right up there. That's where I'm sprinting to. Oh. And that's the Chris Shelton, Carl Daly, Grants Mill, KOM climb. The true high point's the tower over there, but you can't get over there not without some serious bushwhacking. I'm surprised how tired I feel right now, but I think it's because I'm at 31 miles into the ride and I've already done almost 6,000 feet of climbing. This has been a really hilly ride. Anyway, that's it.